I welcome all the devotees for today's Bhagavath Katha. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Veda Swamiti Namini. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Veda Swamiti Namini. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Tell Hare Krishna mantra loudly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I pay my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. I express all my gratitude and make many praise to Srila Prabhupada for giving all of us a golden opportunity to go back to Godhead. All goes to Srila Prabhupada for his wonderful devotional services to Srimati Radha and Lord Gopinath. Prabhu, is it loudly? Om Namo Bhagavate, tell loudly, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Hare Krishna, we are doing Bhagavath Katha. We are in the first canto, 6th chapter, 30th verse today. In the 5th chapter, Devarshi Narada, you must be knowing Narada Maharishi. So he was a maid servant's son in the previous birth. Previous birth, no, that also not in this creation. Previous creation, he was maid servant's son, and like today, how the maid servants they bring their children, small children, while working. Narada Maharshi used to go. He used to go along with the mother where she was working with sages. She was working with sages. Like that, what happened? See, just by seeing, he was only some 4 or 5 years old at that time. At that time, he was 4 or 5 years, seeing the what sages are doing, and he gained the knowledge from them by seeing. And after the sages left to the eternal world, he became devoted to the Krishna Paramatma. Like that, the entire as a maid servant, he became a devotee, and at the end of the creation, when he left this world, and during the present creation, he has incarnated as son of Chaturmukha Brahma. From the mind of Brahma, he is incarnated, and in this creation, he is known as Devarshi Narada. They have not given what was his previous name in the previous this thing, and it's not just his previous birth in the present creation. That means maybe some 43 lakhs into 20,000 into 2 times. That was the previous creation time. At that time, he was the maid servant, and there was no untouchability at that time itself. Here today, whatever untouchability was created during prior to independence only by the Britishers, they want to divide and rule us. For divide and rule us, they created all differences, untouchability and all those things. And that is still continuing in the name of reservation. I think it is still continuing. That is a wrong thing. So, and in the present creation, what happened? During Dwapar Yuga, Krishna Paramatma himself has incarnated Vedas Bhagwan. He knows about Narada Maharshi. He knows about Narada Maharshi, about his previous births, everything he knows. But still then, because he has compiled the Mahabharata, 18 Puranas, 18 Upa Puranas, and in the, after that he started compiling Srimad Bhagavatam. So, while compiling this Mad Bhagavatam, when Narada Maharshi appeared before Vyasa Bhagwan, he inquired him, how does he remember his previous birth in the previous creation? He was explaining all those things, and during in that explanation, we are in the 30th verse. he is explaining about the this thing. So I shall repeat the verse 3 times slowly. You please try to follow me. You repeat, and thereafter I do the narration. Sahasa Yoga Pargyante. Tell loudly. Sahasra Yoga Pargyante Uttayadam Siskritsaha Marichi Mishra Rishaya Pranebhyo Ahamcha Jajire Sahasa Yuga Pargyantam Uttayadam Siskritsaha Marichi Mishra Rishaya Pranebhyo Aham Jajire Sahasra Yuga Pargyantam Utayedham Sisiksaha Marichi Mishra Rishaya Pranebhyo Aham Cha Jinjire Sahasa Yuga Pargyanta Utayedham Sisiksaha Marichi Mishra Rishaya Pranebhyo Aham Cha Jinjire. The word to word meaning of this verse is Sahasra 1000, Yuga, that is Yuga period is 4 crores 43 lakhs years. Paryante, at the end of the duration. Uttaya, having expired. Idam, this. Sirksitsaha, desired to create again. Marichi Mishraha, rishis like Marichi. Rishayaha, all the rishis. Pranebhyaha, out of his senses. Aham, I. Cha, also. Janjire, appeared. After 43 lakhs solar years, it is not just 43 human years. Solar is different. It is that becomes 43 lakhs 20,000 into 1000. That becomes one solar year. So solar year, Brahma awoke to create again. 43 lakhs 20,000 into 1000 years, one day time for Brahma, and similarly 40 lakhs 20,000 into 1000 is one day night time for Brahma, Chaturmukha Brahma. So now it is the Brahma's daytime. Brahma's time, daytime. That is the reason he is created all the universes again with the instructions of Krishna Paramatma. Here it is Chaturmukha. We have all been created by Chaturmukha Brahma on the instruction of Krishna Paramatma. Chaturmukha Brahma again he cannot do himself. It is only with the instructions of Krishna only he can do whatever it is. And he cannot protect us, he cannot annihilate, he cannot do anything. Just whatever Krishna Paramatma is instructing, he can only do that. And this is the day, since this is daytime, in daytime 70 14 manus will be there, and in one manu there will be 14 manus. In manu there will be 70 chaturyugas. Each chaturyuga is 43 lakhs 20,000 years, and chaturyuga means Satyayuga 18 lakhs and odd, the Treta Yuga 12 lakhs 64,000 years, Dwapara Yuga 8 lakhs 64,000 years, and Kali Yuga 4 lakhs 32,000 years. And this is the, out of 70 Chaturyugas, this is the 28th Chaturyuga is going on. And 28th Chaturyuga is going on, and out of 14 Manus, this is the 8th Vaivasa Manu. 8th Manu. That means only 50% of the Brahma's life is completed. After another 7 Manus, the Brahma's life will be over. That means it is many 43 lakhs into 2 times 2000 into 8 Manus. That is the age of Brahma. Today's Brahma is 52 years. 52 years, again it is not human years. It is, as I told you, 43 lakhs 20,000 into 2000 into 365 days. Like that, it is 52 years. You can see even calculator will not be able to give you the number of years. It will be some trillions of years, not 1 or 2 trillions. So like that. So Brahma awoke to create again by the will of the Lord. He cannot create himself. He only create only against with the will of the God. So by the will of the Lord, all the rishis like Maricha, Angira, Atri, and so on, These seven Saptarishis, they have been created, and so on were created from the transcendental body of the Lord. Again, he is not doing anything separate, something. During annihilation, all the jivas, all the jivas, human beings, animals, birds, devatas, Brahma also, even Radharani is also jiva like us. Everybody will enter into the Udara of Krishna. Again, as Krishna instructs, Brahma will create all of them from the Udara of the Krishna himself. There is nothing separate he is doing. So he will create from the transcendental body of Lord. And I also appeared along with him. Narada Maharshi also telling that he also appeared along with all the living beings at the time during the creation. The duration of day in life of Brahma is 43 lakhs 20,000 years into 1000. That is one solar year. And this is stated also in Bhagavad Gita. In Bhagavad Gita, 10th chapter, this is given. 9th chapter and 10th chapter, this is given. So, for this period, Brahmaji rests in Yoga Nidra within the body of Garbhodaksha Vishnu. During his night time, like us, he also enters into the Krishna Paramatma and sleeps there. Sleeping means again closing eyes, they can't close. How do you sleep? Can you explain me? When you sleep, what do you do? No, tell me why. When you sleep, what you do? How you sleep? You have eyelids. You close your eyelids and sleep. Whereas other than living beings on the earth, no devatas, Brahma, nobody is having eyelids. They can't close the eyelids. They can't close the eyelids. They will be in yoga nidra. Without closing eyes, they will sleep. That is called as yoga nidra. So, thus, after the sleeping period of Brahma, when there is again creation by the will of Lord through the agency of Brahma, all the great rishis again appear. So, Chaturmukha Brahma is only an agent. For us to complete some deal between buying or selling of shares or property, there will be a broker. Agent will be there. Similarly, Chaturmukha Brahma is only a broker like, agent like. Agent like. So he is doing with the instructions of God, with the God only. And different parts of transcendental body and Narada also appears at the time of creation. This means that Narada appears in the same transcendental body just as a man awakes from the sleep in the same body. You should know one thing, when we go to sleep, what happens, our Atma will not be in our body. That too, particularly in the deep sleep. They say we are half dead. Our Atma will leave away this body. It will go away in search of previous births to fulfill the desire of previous birth or the present birth. Whatever unfulfilled desire is there, it will go in search of that one. And by the time we awake, the Atma will come into our body only. My Atma will come into my body, your Atma will go into your body. It will not go into any insect or animal's bodies. It will come. You know how that is controlled? In Goloka Vrindavana, Krishna is in the form of 4 forms. One as Paravasudeva, Krishna himself, and Sankarshana, he is the Adishesha and also Shiva form in all the Kailasas and Vaikunthas respectively. And Aniruddha will take the form of Mahavishnu in all Vaikunthas. And Pradyumna, he is the incarnation who will take care of all the souls enter into their own bodies. He alone will all the living beings in all planets, all universes. There are many living beings in other planets also. We can't see. Here we can see animals, insects, everything. But in other planets, other than Earth, we can't see any of them. We need divine vision. So all the Atmas will go to respective bodies. That is taken care of by Pradyumna. So Narada appears also in the same transcendental body which he is having now. Just as a man awakes from the sleep in the same body. See, Narada is eternally free to move all parts of transcendental and material creations of the Almighty. Hare Krishna. See, Narada Maharshi, he does not require any aeroplane or a rocket or satellite. He can move from one planet to other planet, one universe to other planet. That power he has gained. In earlier creation, he was only in earlier planet. He was only a servant's son, but in the present creation, he is such a devotee. He is a devotee. He uh, he can move from one planet to one universe to other universes, other planets, just by chanting the name. He does not require any aid of a rocket or satellites. That is the power of devotion. That is the power of devotion. So, to move all parts of prana body and mental bodies, creations of the Almighty, he appears and disappears in his own transcendental body. If he wants, he can just appear here also. He can appear here also. Like that, wherever Ramana discourse is going on, Valmiki Maharshi is present. We can't see through these eyes. We need divine vision. And whereas where Mahabharata, Puranas, and Madhbhavatam is discourse is going on, divine Vyasa Bhagwan will be there. We can't see him, but they are here. So appears in his own transcendental body, which is without distinction of body and soul, unlike conditioned beings. We are conditioned souls because of, after taking birth from mother's womb, we are attracted with nature's qualities of Satvika Guna, Rajasa Guna, and Tamasa Guna. In every individual, all the three gunas are there. One of them will be dominating. Whichever is dominating, that type of behavior will have. If we are having Satvika Guna dominated, we have intelligence, more intelligence, and we'll have all good qualities like ahimsa, following dharma, following honesty. All these good qualities are, if we are possessing Satvika Guna, which is dominating. If we have Rajasic Guna, then what is the thing is, we will do lot of unnecessary hard work to earn in crores and crores of rupees and to acquire many lot of wealth and other things. That is Rajasic Guna. Tamasic Guna is a different. Tamasic Guna is either laziness, will be sleeping, we will be sleeping 18 hours or 20 hours also we sleep. If our ancestral property is there, we need not work. So that just by spending that property, we don't mind spending 20 hours a day also. That 4 hours, because we need to have water, food, everything, we'll wake up, go to sleep. Or just having some intoxicated liquors and other things, will get used to those things. That is also tamasic guna. Not only that, if supposing though you are rich or poor, seeing others' wealth, you feel jealous about him and you try to loot it from him, steal it by whatever means, by killing him or hurting him, and you will be always dishonest. You will do ahimsa. You will never follow dharma. All these things tamasic gunas. So we are. This is because of conditioned souls. We are all conditioned beings. We are attracted, and because of being conditioned, what's happening is we are taking life after life. After this human life, if we are really doing the satvika guna, we may not get moksha. We might get again human life. That is different. But 100% we cannot be satvika. We'll be having all these things. Will be sometimes we'll do follow satvika, sometimes rajasic, something tamasa. So we'll be committing sins also. Because of the result of sin, we will be taking animal births like birds or insects, forms. The number of times you clap and kill mosquito, into 10 times you take birth of that. If you kill 100 mosquitoes clapping, you 100 into 10 times you take the mosquito birth. Somebody will clap and kill us. Like that, if you cut and eat some goat or some other fish or something, if you, every time when you kill, into 10 times. Like that, lakhs and lakhs of births we are having. To avoid that one, we should not harm any living being, not only just human beings, any living being, because Paramatma is there in every living being. Like not only in human beings, in every animal is there, even in the tree is there. Tree is also living being, it's a immovable. You must also know that hills and mountains, they are also living beings, immovable living beings. During Satyuga, they were having wings. They were having wings and they were flying like more than The speediest bird is eagle. Mountains and hills, they used to fly more than that, with more speed, due to which rishis and all human beings, when they complained to Narada, he took his Vajrayuda and cut off the wings. Only the one hill which escaped is Mainaka Parvata. In Ramayana, it's about him. He only tells Mainaka Parvata, go. Vayudeva makes him to go and hide in the sea. That Mainaka Parvata only, when Varuna calls, he comes out of the sea to help Hanuman to take rest on him. But Hanuman does not take rest because he was going in search of Sita. At that time, Mainaka Parvata only tells, during Satyayuga, he cut off all the wings of all the mountains and hills, only he is there because of Vayudeva. He only tells in Ramayana. Only during the last week in the discourse of Ramayana, I have mentioned about it. So, now this Narada Maharshi is like unconditioned, we are all conditioned souls. We are taking birth after birth. That we should avoid. Avoiding that one is only known as moksha, salvation or liberation. For achieving that salvation, we need to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra or any Krishna mantras. There are many mantras, but all other mantras having regulations. They have to in particular place, particular time, particular cleanliness. You have to maintain lot of regulations are there. For that reason, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has incarnated as the devotee about 600 to 700 years ago in between Bengal and Odisha state today, and he has given us, he is blessed with this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, instructing to chant 64 rounds on beads. Bead contains 108 beads, bead chain. On Japamala 108 times you have to do 64 rounds. But presently, I don't think we have much time because we are busy, either going to the college or our professional places. We have to reach our destination to do the work. Otherwise, pay cut will be there. Our teachers will give us punishment. So, to avoid all these things, we have to run. So, and we need to do that one because today cost of living is more. Cost of living is more. We need to earn for struggle for existence. We need to do. But while doing, you need not renunciate any of your karma. Whatever your karma, action, job, work you are doing, you please continue that one. While continuing, you chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra either in mind or this one. While working, you may not be able to hold beads. You will not be holding beads. Do it without beads, you do. It's not necessary. When you hold the beads and do the Hare Krishna mantra, what happens? Your concentration is not a mantra. Your concentration is how many times you have chanted, how many rounds you have finished, counting will be there. And I also seen many devotees who while chanting, they take a nap also. They rest, they'll be taking nap also. So it's better we win without. I don't. It's not a wrong thing to do on beat. It's a good thing, but only thing with concentration you have to follow. If you don't follow with concentration, without beat also you do chanting n number of times. It's not 64 rounds, one round, 10 rounds, 16 rounds, whatever is possible. And it's not that you need to do continuously. You do one round for first time, again leave it. Whenever you get time, you chant like that one. So that at the end of our life, we shall remember Krishna Paramatma and will be able to achieve our ultimate goal. Our ultimate goal should be salvation. You have thousands of goals, but while you need not express any of them before Krishna. He knows what we want because they are all his children. He would definitely grant us and at appropriate time, appropriate thing, whatever is required, he will give. And also, by remembering him at the end of our life, we would go back to Godhead, our own home. The present home is only a temporary home, which is there till for ladies till they get married. Because after get married, they change the place. They go to in-laws' place, husband's place. So that is a temporary for too temporary for women. For gents, at least they might live through the life, but they might also change. If it is rented, they might change based on their occupation, or even if it is a own house, also they must sell and go for another one. Like that, it's a temporary place. But whereas the abode of God, that is the permanent place where we need to go. There we can go only when we achieve salvation, mukti, moksha. Mukti, moksha, salvation, liberation, all this is the one and the same. So will go into the, we have some more time, we'll go into the 31st verse. I shall repeat the verse 3 times slowly. Please try to repeat loudly with me. Thereafter I shall do the narration. Antabahishcha lokamsa trin prayemi askandita vrataha anugrahan mahavishno avigatha gatihi क्वचित अंतबाईश्चा लोकम सत्रीन प्रयेमी अक्षंदिता व्रतः अनुग्रहान महाविष्णु अविघाता गतिः क्वचित अंतबहिश्चा लोकम सत्रीन प्रयेमी अस्कंदिता व्रता अनुग्रहान महाविष्णु अविघाता गतिः क्वचित अर्तिबहिश्चलोकं चत्रीन् प्रयेमि अस्कन्दितव्रताः अनुग्रहान् महाविष्णु अविघाता गतिः क्वचित्. The word to word meaning of this is antaha in the transcendental world, bahihi in the material world, cha and lokan planets, three divisions, prayemi travel, askandita unbroken, vrataha vow, anugrahat by the causeless mercy, mahavishnu of the mahavishnu, karanodakshik vishnu, avagata without restriction, gatihi entrance, kvachit at any time. Since the creation of this world, since then, by the grace of the Almighty Vishnu, Narada, he is telling, he is informing the Vyasa Bhagavan, I travel everywhere without restriction, both in the transcendental world and in the three divisions of the material world. Transcendental world means Vaikunta, Goloka, Vrindana, all these are transcendental words. Again, three words, whether it is Sargaloka or Bhuloka or Narakaloka, all these are, they are not transcendental words. They are three divisions of materialistic world. We have desires. Even when we, after doing some righteous, when we get some punya, when we get punya, we don't get moksha. We go to the, Uttama Lokas and there we enjoy. Whatever we could not enjoy in this Bhuloka, we enjoy there. If somebody was to enjoy with human beings, with man and women, when they cannot enjoy it here properly, by earning punya, when they go to Uttamaloka, they enjoy with Apsara Kanyas, Gandharva Kanyas there. Like that, the desire will be fulfilled. Like that. But all the three worlds are with all, it's all conditioned souls only. So they are not transcendental world. And Narada Maharshi could travel to the transcendental world. He could go to any of the Vaikunthas. Not only Vaikuntha in this universe. All Vaikunthas in all universes he could travel. And also in all the three worlds he could travel. When Hiranyakashipu was there, he used to come to Hiranyakashipu also. He used to say, though Hiranyakashipu is the his enemy is Mahavishnu, he used to come there and say Narayana, Narayana only. He never said Hiranyakashipu took Hiranyakashipu's name. When he went to Ravana also same thing. He said Narayana only. So he traveled everywhere. This is because I am fixed in unbroken devotional service of the Lord. Nobody could break his devotional service. Even demons like Hiranyakashipu, Ravana, everybody understood that Narada is a pure devotee. Even they know that Supreme God, because of they were earlier Dwarapalakas of Mahavishnu. Because of curse, they have taken the birth of Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, Ravana, Kumbhakarna, and Dantavakra, Shishupala, they have taken births. So, as stated in Bhagavath Katha, there are three divisions of material spheres, namely the Urdhvaloka, that is topmost planets. In every universe, there are 14 planets. For above Earth, there are 7 Urdhvalokas. Below Earth, there are 7 lokas, there are Adamalokas, and this is the Earth. So all these top lokas, Uttama lokas, all are like that only. It's not transcendental. Only Vaikunta, Vaikuntha which is beyond these 14 lakhs, that is only transcendental place. Madhyaloka, midway planet, and Adoloka, downward planet. Beyond the Urdhaloka planet, there is that is to say, above the Brahmaloka, the material coverings of the universes, and above that is the spiritual sky, transcendental sky, where Nadamarshi can travel, which is unlimited in expansion and containing unlimited self-illuminated Vaikuntha planets. Not one Vaikuntha, there are many trillions of Vaikunthas. You go to any of the Vaikunthas, that is moksha only. What we see is not in one universe. In the night, you see a lot of stars, everything, moon, everything you can see. But this is not the universe. It's only just a fraction of it. Beyond all trillions of universes are in the 25 space, and balance 75% is Goloka Vrindana, where Krishna is there in along with Radharani. What you see here in the DT form, Radharani is there in Goloka Vrindana. In Madhbhagavatam, anywhere in 18,000s of Madhbhagavatam, Radharani is not mentioned. Radha is not mentioned. She is not there in Dwapara Yuga. It was all some people they propagated like that one, but otherwise Radharani is there. She is in the form of bhakti in Goloka Vrindavana. That is, she was the first jiva created by Krishna Paramatma in Goloka Vrindavana. Then only thereafter, he himself transformed into four forms: Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Sankarsana, and Paravasudeva. From Aniruddha, in all Vaikunthas, Mahavishnu came, where Sankarsana was as Adishesha in all Vaikunthas. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Swasti Prabhavantyam, Nyayena, Margena, Mahishaha, Gobra Shavastu Nityam, Samasta Loka Sugno Bhavantu, Kayena Vacha, Manasendrivya, Buddhyatpate Swabhavat, Karomi Yadyat Parsmai, Naranati Sarpayami, Sri Manarthi Sarpayami, Sarvam Shri Krishna Mangalam, 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 Etya Mangalam. जय श्री राधा गोपीनाथ की, जय श्री जगन्नाथ सहोदर माई की, जय श्री नरसिंह भगवान की, जय श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की, जय श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की, जय श्री पंचतत्वा की, जय श्री मद्भागवत ग्रंथ की, जय श्री हरे कृष्ण मंत्र की, जय श्री प्रभुपाद की। हरे कृष्ण।